down by Charleston, Fort Sumter is definitely one of those places. It's a very historical place. Like I said, I don't know all the history behind it, but from what I've heard, it's a very, very cool place to visit. Another place that's very cool to visit, and that I did visit, was it's called Angel Oak Tree, and it is the biggest oak tree I've ever seen in my entire life, and it may be the biggest one alive. I'm not sure. Some of the branches were, taller or thicker than I was tall. They had some branches that were like 10 feet thick. It's just huge. If I heard it right, I believe 4 seeds grew together to make this one oak tree, and that's part of the reason why it's so large. But it's just gigantic, and it's down by Charleston, on James Island, just below Charleston, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And that is something that I wouldn't hesitate to recommend for somebody to go and visit and see, because it is just absolutely amazing. You will stand there in awe at how big it is and just how cool, really cool. And then there's Fort Sumter. I know there's a couple of parks, but I never got a chance to go to them in South Carolina while I was there. One of the things that's really cool about South Carolina, they have these trees, and I can't remember what the name of them are, but they grow in the water, and their roots sort of come up and poke up out of the water, and it's very interesting to see. And there's a lot of swamps in South Carolina. You'd be surprised, you're driving on the side of the road, and you look off the side of the road, and everything's just swamp, except for the road that you're driving on. So, there's a lot of places like that, and it's just very interesting, very different from out here, where, you'll have a lake here and there, and sometimes you have a little bit of a marshy area, but there's tons of areas that are just really marshy, and swamp, but they look really cool, and they're just absolutely beautiful. And, yeah.